Hey everyone, welcome back. I hope you've been well. I know it's been a tough month for me because we had the full moon, the eclipse, and we're still going through Mercury retrograde. So I have felt so much of the energy density, the shifts, and struggled with falling asleep many nights. um, but I know there's an end and it's coming soon, and I really feel deep within my heart that April is going to be a better month for everyone. I'm not just talking about energetically with, astrology. I'm talking about with the world. I just feel like so many good things are coming, and I really hope that you stay positive with me. And the more people that believe that greatness is coming to each of us and to the world, the more likely it's going to happen. I wanted to come here to talk about the importance of self awareness and just self assessment. So, when I was younger, I did many things and said many things without thinking. I think that's natural of us. We are human beings, right? And unless we're taught to, which I personally wasn't, we don't really take the time before words come out of our mouth, or even maybe before we physically, do an action, to think about if it's good for us, for others around us, if there's an intention. And it's something I had to learn by myself. And once I became aware of the importance of my words and actions, that it can hurt others and that it can hurt myself, and that it's not really in alignment with my highest good, I started to check in with myself and put myself in check. And over time, I noticed how my behaviors changed because I was being more mindful. A lot of this, I feel, happened because I was coming of age, just growing up, right, maturing, and wanting to be a better person. But there's also a big part of this that I confidently know and believe was due to my spiritual awakening. I was very supported by my divine team, given that I have my missions, right? And really needed to be in the highest alignment of myself, the highest version that I can be. And I always strive to do that. I definitely fall off sometimes with, reacting to things and just being human. But for the most part, I really try to be intentional with what I do and what I say. It's easier when it's with strangers, right? I think with strangers, we're all a little bit more careful what we say because we don't know them. We don't feel like we want to tell them everything. But our words become a little bit more loose with our loved ones, right? Or people we talk to often, now we're comfortable with. And that's where it can get dangerous because we are hurting people we know and that we care about. It's so important that you check in with yourself by asking questions. Whatever questions make sense to you will come to you to help you when you set the intention to check in with yourself. But for me, when I have an emotional reaction, I think about, why did this happen, right? Did this happen because I held on to an emotion or thought very, very long for this person? I feel like that's very rare for me, but I typically have had reactions where it almost feels like a lifetime, right, of like patience with somebody, and they are just, it just really bugs me when people are mean, first off. So I feel most of my reactions come when I see someone being mean to someone else. I can't just stand there and the highest version of me. I'm aware that there's a way that I can, articulate my words to express how I really feel and kind of just come at it at a very level-headed approach. But deep within my heart, it frustrates me and I cannot tolerate it. So that's where my emotions typically come from. My emotional reactions that are very huge, where like I'm just led to check in with myself, like, why did that happen? Why did I even react that way? That was out of character for me. Why did I do this? I'm asking myself, why? Every single time, like I'm just digging deeper. Another why, another why, another why, another why. And it's really helped me. I I'm treading carefully because anybody can see my videos, right? So I don't want to say anything hurtful, but I know that the times that I have emotionally reacted has always been out of my heart, if that makes sense, out of wanting to defend someone else or out of frustration of someone just seeing them, whether I experience it myself and or seeing them behave a certain way with other people, right? Like seeing them consistently behave in a very disrespectful, very hurtful way, and just feeling like it's the end, right? Like I cannot be around you anymore. This is too much. I check in with myself because first off, I don't want to behave that way, right? Secondly, I want to understand why I reacted that way. And a part of mindfulness is taking a deep breath, because first, always calm yourself, right? How can you be mindful if you're scattered in your mind and you're emotionally frazzled and everywhere, right? Always take a deep breath to calm yourself and then just ask yourself these questions and dig deep. Where are these emotions coming from? And just, again, ask yourself why as many times as you need to get down to the deepest layer you can. Nobody's going to know the answer to these except for you. When you are doing self assessments, right? Ask yourself, was there anything that led up to this reaction? What kind of things are you feeding your mind, right? Like what kind of things are you listening to and watching that is creating this perspective that may not be healthy for you, that is causing you to behave in a certain way that is not truly in alignment with the highest version of yourself. So I'll share some things, some changes that I made once I became aware and how that affected me. I completely stopped watching scary movies because I would physically feel like density around me, which to me just kind of felt like there was ghosts or something around me. And I had a lot of nightmares because of these scary movies. I also stopped listening to very depressing music because it really affected me. Naturally, I'm a very happy person and I love to joke around and I love to be around people. And so when I start feeling like I want to be alone and I just want to listen to sad music for days and like be into a place where I'm like self isolating and I know it's not, out of me personally just wanting to rest or having my me time, then I'm like, I need to cut this sad music, even if it's the best music and I'm really loving it, right? I'm most of the time I'm listening to sad music. It's not because I want to be sad or that I am sad. It's the music is really good. So cutting these things out really helped me not feel as much fear, um, to not feel so heavy and to not feel dragged down, because these things affect your mood and your thoughts, whether you like it or not. I also started to read books that really helped me understand the importance of words that I speak and words that I've spoken to me so that I can become more aware of how to handle my emotions when I'm being spoken to in a way that hurts me or when I'm speaking with or out of hurt to others, right? It's really important that we become aware of all that comes into us. Now I'm talking about food as well. I've completely cut out alcohol. I've started to eat more fresh fruits. Because they're high vibration, right? I've cut out extra hot Cheetos. Um, and, other things. But these are the big ones where I like cold turkey cut them out. And I've cut down significantly on coffee as well. I mostly drink matcha now. Once in a while, I drink a good cup of coffee, but coffee would make me feel anxious, and I already talk and think really fast. I was I would move so quick that half the time I'm talking, I would feel like, and I would actually say it unconsciously. I would be talking and I would be like, hold on, I'm thinking too fast. I can't even catch up to my own thoughts because of what the coffee was doing. So cutting that out was one of the best things that I did. But there's a reason for all the actions we take, right? So there's a reason for our addictions. There's a reason for why I was drinking as much coffee as I was. I would have morning work meetings at 8 to 8:30 a.m. And I would want to be mentally awake because I would be leading those meetings. And so that's why I had to make sure with coffee that I was wide awake. Now, with time, I realized how unhealthy it was for me, and I chose an alternate, which was matcha, and I cut down coffee, everything in moderation, right? So changing the things that you allow in your mind, in your body, and around you really can clear your energetic field and help you raise your frequency to just be more light. When I'm saying light, you would feel physically more light, mentally more clear, and you literally will be able to attract and manifest more positive and joyful and magical experiences. When you are vibrating at a low frequency and constantly putting yourself in situations or doing habits, such as, drinking alcohol every weekend, eating chips every day, eating fast food, like that's density you are allowing in your life, and you are not doing it in moderation. Alcohol, I'd say once every couple of weeks, sure, right? But when you are habitually doing any of these things that make you feel low afterwards, it's not good for you. Your body is telling you something, and you know it yourself that it's not good for you. The joy you feel from eating your favorite snack that's not even healthy, that has a bunch of chemical and, toxic things in there, or drinking alcohol, even if it's fun for the social experience for a bit, the aftermath is never good. How do you feel after? Ask yourself questions to see how you feel and understand how you feel and how you got to where you are, to understand how to reverse it, right? When you're born a baby, you are happy, you are healthy, you will eat and do whatever your family, gives and provides for you and tells you to do. But when we mature, we have control, and it's so important to remember that you have control. I don't care if your whole family drinks alcohol, cut it out, okay? I can do it, you can do it. I don't care if your whole, all your friends are doing these other behaviors, and it's not good and you don't feel good and you don't even fully want to do it. Cut it out. You don't have to do or eat or be anything that you really are not. And the key to clear this is mindfulness, it's awareness, it's self-assessment, it's knowing yourself. If you don't take action, if you're not trying to change, who else is going to care for you, take care of you at this level? It's your life, okay? Your life is in your hands. So I don't know, after I experienced all of everything that I went through, which was very hard and challenging, like I did not grow up with an easy life. I mean, it's easy compared to a certain set of people, but when I view my life, I wouldn't say that I had a really good upbringing. And I know that I probably intentionally chose this life when I came down here on earth because I needed to experience all of it to really understand and have compassion for others who struggle. I would not understand um, as many things as I do, without my experiences. So, for example, I didn't grow up with active parents. My mom was always busy at work. My father was never home. I pretty much have an absent father. He left us at a really young age. So, we pretty much raised ourselves, and that's never good for kids, right? But it's very common where there's just kids are just home by themselves because there's an older children that can watch the kids, but we were like by ourselves, and no one was guiding me or teaching me how to be, right, the best version of myself, asking me, what do I want to do in this life? What dreams do I have? And supporting it. Nobody even asked. So it took me a long time to even realize what I want to do and the type of person I want to be. Everything and all that I am is thankfully for my upbringing, but I guided myself to here with the support, of course, of, my divine team. And I really believe that it was all meant to happen this way so that I can become the character that I am, which I'm very proud of and that I love. And if you feel like life is limited, then let me tell you right now, it is not. And I hope and pray that you experience breakthroughs the way that I did. Life is limitless, okay? There's so much science and just data, information out there that supports this. I was a non-believer that the world was a beautiful place and that there was such a thing as divine angels, and I experienced it myself. I did so much research, and all of this is nothing new. And with the internet and with people like me today who are speaking up, everyone has access to this, and we are all special. Our first mission here on earth is to take care of ourselves, it's to love ourselves, and it's to experience life as a human. We came to do that, okay? Our secondary and third missions are, whatever we plan to do, right? That could be to, experience things with someone or a group of people and then clear karmas, or to experience good karma from what you've done in past lives and alternate universes, dimensions, whatever that, they want to give to you in this life. Or it's for you to create things to leave the world a better place. And I mean, there's so many things. We all have a purpose. And if you begin to invest in yourself and your mental health and your physical health, and you slowly but surely will vibrate higher and higher, just naturally, your energetic field would become more positive, right? There's pluses everywhere. And you will naturally just attract and manifest better life experiences and better opportunities and better people that you're meant to experience with in this lifetime, that align with you and align with your most highest divine truth and the highest version of you. I'm trying to not get very deep, but I just want to remind everyone that you did not come down on earth by yourself. We all came with our divine angelic teams. I did not grow up going to church as a daily practice or anything. I went a few times when I was younger and I can barely remember them. And in my culture, we did not grow up believing or being taught, right, that God exists or that there are angels. I experienced this on my own through my spiritual journey. And once I experienced it, just knowing that I have angels around me, that there are higher beings up above, always watching me, always supporting me and protecting me, it helped me release the victim mindset, because I am not a victim of my childhood and life experiences. I can overcome everything that comes my way. And I have proven that. I've gone through life by myself, yes, with the support of friends and family and loved ones. But still, at the end of the day, I'm the one that's always here for me, and I'm the only one making these decisions and taking care of myself. So that's really something that you can do. And if you feel alone, you feel like you've suffered a lot and you don't want to and you can't get out, you can take these actions, right, to change what you can to create and hopefully shift, right, the energy around you, the energy within you to be more positive. You can also pray and ask for help. So I can guide you. Now, take a deep breath in, close your eyes, and drop your focus to your heart. If it's hard to do that, or if you are unsure if you are connected to your heart, you can place your hands on your heart. That way, that can help you stay focused on your heart. So take another deep breath in, exhale, and let us pray. Dear God, dear divine higher self, dear divine angels, dear my divine guides. And you can state your intention. You can follow mine. I ask for you to please remove all things that are not in alignment with my highest good. I ask you to please cleanse all cords that drain my life force energy and that are not in alignment with my highest good. I ask you to clear my mind, body, soul, and energetic field, purify it with your divine light. And I ask that you please watch over me, bless me, and help me during this time in my life to see the light, to overcome all of my troubles, to release this weight on my shoulder, to guide me. I no longer want to suffer. Help me to release the victim mindset. I 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 can overcome anything and everything that comes my way. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. One more time, and when you exhale, imagine that you are releasing all darkness, all density, and all chains tied to the victim mindset. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release. Kind of just sit with that. And when you're ready, one more breath. Now, imagine all of your angels, your purest divine, true angels that love and support you. Imagine them surrounding you. And imagine you are surrounded by a white orb of light, and all darkness is being released and removed from your field. Now let us ask God to take it all. Whether you say God or source or the universe or whatever word resonates with you, please do so at this time. To me, these are interchangeable words. Dear God, I give to you all this density, all this darkness. Transmute it, transmute it, transmute it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And when you're ready, open your eyes. So, something as quick and easy as that, right? The power of your intention, both within your heart and with your words, the power of visualization, the power of just being present with your wish is all of it is so magical. I only wish you knew. Come back to this video as many times as you need to whenever you want to pray for yourself. And you'll slowly see all suffering be released, and the victimhood mindset be released, and how much power you have with just being mindfulness, how much you can change in your life by changing your words, your actions, and reflecting on how you react to things to just shift, from a low vibration to a higher vibration as you reflect and transmute whatever is coming up. It's showing you something. It's showing you need to take a look at this. This is why you are reacting to things. And when you practice mindfulness, it really is you being present in this now. And that's how you change the future. The past will never change. There's no reason to dwell on the past. My heart goes out to you if you experience a tough past, whatever happened to you, right? I really do care, and I really do, have compassion for all suffering that everyone experiences, but we have to move forward in this life, and we have to complete our first mission, which is to experience all of life. And if we want to experience more positive experiences in this human life of ours, which I really hope you do, then we have to shift ourselves to be of more lighter, higher vibration, positive frequency. So cut out what you need to, right? Whether that's a show, music, food, actions, behaviors, people, places, whatever it is, cut it out and observe yourself. And it's a journey, right? None of this is overnight. But if you start now, or if you're already doing all of this, like, you will see how life will surprise you with, it's gonna be so beautiful, and I really want that for you. And at the end of the day, we are all connected. We are all a part of God's source, the creator. We are all part of the universe. And so remember, you create your world, and you can always ask and pray for support and co-create with God, right? With the universe, life source. We are co-creators. Don't let anyone tell you who you are and what your life should be, and that you are not your highest version if you are working on being the highest version of yourself. You are the best version of you today, and you will be better tomorrow and the next day. And let us just release all the hurt and the pain we've experienced in the past and let it go. And we've experienced it, we've learned our lessons, we don't need it anymore. It served its purpose. So stay positive. April's going to be a better month, and I hope that you feel inspired to incorporate some of these things and have this practice. Bye.